Traders Greg here with a market update. Okay, so today is April the 9th. Today is D-Day. Today is the day when reciprocal tariffs go live. So they go live midnight US time, which is about 2 p.m. Sydney time. So look, the big market stress at the moment, and it is a huge market stress, is what's happening with China. So China responded to Trump's reciprocal tariffs with their own 34% increase in US tariffs. Trump then punished them with an extra 50% tariff. So at midnight tonight, effectively, China's tariffs go up to 100%. Now look, the market yesterday, the start of the week, positive. Market actually did not think that there was any chance that this could actually eventuate. They thought that cooler heads would prevail, and that potentially that Trump would delay the tariffs, or maybe that China would back down. But yesterday we heard from President Xi, and he compared the Chinese economy. Wasn't a pond, it was an ocean, and an ocean can withstand storms. So fighting words from President Xi. He also basically said that they would fight to the end. So China not backing down. US markets yesterday, as I was saying, still had hope and were up big on the open. Yesterday, US equities up 4%. We were thinking that at some stage, some sort of positive headline would come. When that did not come, and that it looked as if that obviously the US and China were not backing down, sort of massive reversals. So US equities being up 4%, S&P ended up reversing 6%, NASDAQ even more, down 7%. So we are opening Asia here today back in crash mode, waiting for, midnight in the US. For these reciprocal tariffs to go into effect. Now, the markets that I guess worth focusing on. Obviously, equity markets. Look, they've been the number one focus. We've been seeing U.S. equity markets when they sell off. Having 5% down days. Market was even thinking that potentially on Monday that we might see a repeat of 1987 when we saw Black Monday down 20%. So we've got a very stressed market. So could we go lower than 5% on a down day? Look, I think we can. So I would suggest not buying dips at the moment. You need to have some sort of a positive headline to come out with any chance of seeing these markets actually bottom properly. Other markets that obviously worth focusing on in the currency markets is the yen. The yen is obviously a safe haven, and the yen at the moment is doing a lot of work. Where we're seeing dollar yen trading down towards 145. A little over a week ago it was at 150, so it has already come a long way. Can it go a lot further? Yes, it can. Sort of targets if we start to see some blood on the street. Dollar yen could trade down towards that 140 area if things do not play out in a friendly fashion. So again, something that I would not be fading is this yen move. Get on that train. Other markets, obviously, the big focus is crude. Crude now, we've gone from $70 now to below $60. And opening Asia here around about $57. One of the things about the tariffs, obviously, slowing growth, slowing global trade, less demand for crude. Crude, where can it go? When it moves, it can move. We talked about this before. Targets for crude potentially down towards $50. So again, this is a market that I would not be buying dips in, and certainly getting on that train. Other markets at the moment, obviously, focus on gold's been a very big focus for markets, and obviously a lot of traders have been trying to buy the dip there. That has not been working. Gold at the moment is struggling. We've opened Asia here around that 29.80 area. We've talked about this before. What generally happens is that when traders are losing money on their equity books and on their risk book, if they have some profits on their gold book, what do? They bank that. So at the moment, obviously, trying to buy the dip in gold as well is probably not the wisest move as well. Okay, so yes, at the moment, very stressed markets. Market is still waiting for obviously 12 o'clock midnight in the US. Whether or not there's a positive headline, I doubt that very much. So obviously you've got to be very careful with these markets. Other news though today is that we do have an BNZ meeting. They are going to cut rates today by 25 basis points from 3.75 down to 3.5%. But obviously with what is happening globally, there is some chance maybe they could come out with a 50 basis point cut. And one thing that obviously maybe is a positive with what's happening with this whole tariff situation and markets crashing is that central banks are back cutting rates and cutting rates in a big way. And RBNZ is obviously the first of many central banks that we are going to see over the course of the next month or two that are all going to be cutting rates. So potentially some market support will be coming from central banks. Anyway, stay careful out there. I'd suggest maybe if you don't have any firm convictions, maybe wait till the dust settles. Either that or pare back on your position sizing. But for whatever happens, it's going to be a wild ride today. We'll check back in with you soon.